The best way to get better at programming is to practice. And in this example, we're going to take a previous project where we check to see if someone qualified for a car loan and modify it to use Boolean logic, specifically the AND operator. As always, this starter file is available for download using the link provided below. We'll give you a couple seconds to download it, and then you can either pause this video and attempt it on your own, or you can follow along. Alright, so let's get started. The same variables and questions that we asked of our end user are still there. We have our salary, we have did they choose a car. What we're going to do is modify this, so instead of having nested if statements, we're going to have one if statement with a more complex condition. So I'm going to start off the exact same way, saying if. My condition goes inside of my parentheses. I'm going to start off with saying salary greater than or equal to 500. This is what we had before. But I also want them to have chosen a car. So I'm going to say ampersand, ampersand. Now the ampersand in English stands for and. And if I have two ampersands together in C or C++, this is known as the Boolean and. That means I have a condition on the left and I'm going to have a condition on the right. And both of them have to be true in order for the whole condition to be true. So I'll say chosen car equal Y. This winds up being very simple. Two conditions, one if statement. See out. Your loan is approved. I'll have an else. Now the question is, which condition is the else applied to? Well, it's the if condition, that entire thing. Both subconditions are treated as one condition for that if. Therefore, if either the salary was less than 500 or they had not chosen a car, we're going to hit an else because it was false. Both those conditions have to be true for the if. If either one is false or if they're both false, the else will be run. Your loan is denied. Okay, so let's just test this real quick. Again, compile and run. Was my weekly salary 575? Did I choose a car yet? Yes. My loan is approved. That's what we were hoping to see. Let's run this again. What's my weekly salary? We'll still say 575. Did I choose a car yet? No. My loan is denied. Now notice that my cout statement had to be simpler. I don't know why it failed. Either one of those two could have been it. So this is a little bit simpler of an output message. Let's try this again. I only make $373 a week. Did I choose a car? No. My loan is denied. So you can see here that we're getting what we expect. There's one more option we can check to see they chose a car, but the weekly salary did not match. But we're pretty confident based on what we've seen here that what we have is going to work. You can, of course, go in and test that on your own if you'd like to as well. These Boolean AND operators are something that you do see pretty often inside of programming. Most logic statements have multiple conditions, and the AND is a great way to say both of these conditions have to be true. Now, of course, you might be asking, well, wait a second. Could I have another statement that has to be true? The answer is yes. After chosen car equals Y, I can say ampersand, ampersand, and have another condition. And I can string these along. Now, typically, we only have 2, 3, or 4. The more conditions we have being involved in a single if statement, the less likely we are to see it. Have I seen multiple ones out to great numbers? Yes. Is it rare? Very much so. So this gives a lot of power and flexibility that we can work with. It's a great tool for writing out complex if statements without having to have a bunch of nested if logic. If you like this video and you want to continue to get better at programming in C and C++, please consider checking out the rest of this series and consider subscribing to this channel.